I've seen just how much it's growing and how poverty is increasing and how many people need the help.
It's an invaluable service.
We did all this free of charge, yet we have a government who are sitting with billions of pounds. We take donations from the public and we allocate them to people who need them, who are in hardship or working poverty. Very often they're faced with a choice what to do with the little money that they do have. So the way our theory is, if we can take care of the material things, that frees the cash up for the more important things like food and heat and things like that. Everyone here at the service is voluntary, nobody gets paid here. We'll do it in we work the service full time basically, and that is because the demand and the need requires that. It's very, very sad, it's a sad state out there, but somebody has to help, and that's basically how we help. Our aim is to raise awareness, let people know that the service is here, that it's available. We're not a baby service, we are a service that we cater from birth right through to pension. We're a family service for all ages, all sizes, all shapes, it doesn't matter. If you're in hardship or working poverty and you need help, we can be the people that help you. We've helped people in many, many different kinds of situations. A lot of the time when anybody will ask me about this kind of service and what we do, they automatically assume it's, somebody who's been homeless or somebody who's a single parent, or you've no idea. We've helped people who have been victims of house fires. We've helped people who have had to flee violence. We have numerous people in working poverty. We've enabled kids to go on school trips because we've been able to, the parents can afford the trip but can't afford the big long list of things that they have to take with them, and we've managed to source things like that. I think this service is not really just about helping the families in need. There's a couple other sides to it as well. In our volunteers, we offer a safe environment where people who are suffering from mental health, people who are suffering, maybe they're in addiction recovery, social isolation, they're maybe new into the country and not feeling 100% secure, or for whatever reason.
My name is Umar Khalid and I'm from Pakistan. I live here with my family. I have 2 kids. Here, the best thing is for me that I've got a family that I'm welcoming all the time. I'm just coming here, having some chat, working together, learning my skills, for my skills. So this is a charity. As I told before, I have worked with other organizations, but the best thing is for this charity is like they're helping people and they're helping everyone. And there's not kind of any specific criteria. If you are in need, they're ready to help you.
Well, it helps a lot of people, families that can't clothe themselves. That's why they give them the support that way.
Because the government doesn't help them the way they should.
I know myself, I feel better for when I'm in there. Obviously, that said, when I come out, I enjoyed that. I enjoy because the girls are good company. Guys as well. There's a lot of young guys coming as well. There's always a fun thing about it, even though we know it's for a serious thing. But there's always fun. As you can see, we were all having fun.
The government just doesn't seem to be listening. They're not listening to the people in work who can't pay their bills and feed their kids and buy them stuff. It's a shame.
It's a charity like no other in the whole of Scotland, as in you don't need a social worker, you don't need a health visitor or a teacher or any kind of professional to refer you. If you're needing help, you just lift the phone, give us a call.
There's lots of different sides to this service. It's not just what people kind of put the blinkers on and zone in on and think it's just for poor people. It's not like that, at all. We knuckled down in our first January, our first month, which was 2017, we helped four people. So we gave out 4 packs.
When we receive a referral from an individual looking for a pack, what we do is we try our best to give a week's clothes. And we have a rough guideline here, so we'll be looking to give 7 baby grows, 7 vests, 7 pairs of socks, a warm jacket depending on what season it is, a hat and if they've asked for shoes for the child, we would give them that as well. Try to give 7 outfits, so we'd be looking to give 7 vests. So that's 7 vests, so 1 for each day, and it means that they're not having to wash and have things waiting to get dried. So, and then you'd be given 7 baby grows as well, 7 sleep suits. Some people call them baby grows, some people call them sleep suits. So you'd be given 7 of these as well. And then you'd be looking to give them outfits for everyday use. We'd be looking to maybe give them 7 t-shirts, 7 bottoms, a few cardigans, and maybe a few zippers, just whatever we've got available at the time. So there's a nice wee cardigan to go as well. So that's your baby grows, your vests, and obviously everything's labelled in the box, what's in the box, so you'll be looking for a fresh box. So this is one that's got outfits in it, so you'll be looking to give 7 outfits, 1 for each day.
The event room is pretty special, it's very unique. We are not aware of any other event rooms that are available in Scotland, and how that came about was we were in amongst all the donations that we were getting really fancy outfits, that, you know, really top class designer gear, and it was, we thought, right, okay, well the suits and the nice dresses would do for like interviews, job interviews, but what can we do with all this other stuff? And I thought, well, when I think back to my childhood, the memories that I cherish the most, I think, are family gatherings and, you know, the big parties in the hall where all the families come together, but that in itself has become such a costly thing now. By the time everybody gets their outfits, they get their shoes, they get their hat, their bag, they've got their travelling expenses, they've got, you know, the money to take them through the evening with drinks and refreshments and things like that. It's an absolute fortune. So there's so many kids and families in Scotland who are missing out on that now, simply because the cost of it was so high. So I thought, right, okay, did a wee bit of research round about some schools and spoke to head teachers and asked, do they have many kids that miss out on prom, for instance? And one head teacher in a local school was in tears, and she says, you know, every year I want to just go and buy them all their dresses, all the ones. She says, but you can't start that, because if you do, where do you draw the line, you know? And I completely got that, and I said, if we could provide outfits like that, would you use that side of the service? And she was over the moon. So we have our events room, which is full of beautiful, lovely, sparkly gowns for females, really smart suits for guys. We've got things from newborn diamante dresses that I didn't know was possible, right up to, you know, really wedding suits and interview suits and things for grandparents, and we offer that free of charge. There is no cost, so we don't want families missing out on making those memories, because I would like to think kids in 20 years time will look back in their childhood and remember all these special times the way I remember mine and my family. So our events room is there, and it's there for anyone, again, in working poverty or hardship, who has an event of any kind or a job interview, and they need something just that wee bit different, that wee bit special. We can help with that as well. So we just want to get that out there. This year is the year that we're going to be promoting the events room, and get more people out socialising, get kids more involved. We don't want kids missing out on prom and things either. So the events room's pretty special for us. For babies, the packs, we've given out 1,319 packs to babies. Now the value of those packs is frightening when it comes to financial, when we break it down and put it into, you know, base rate prices, like the cheapest shops that you can source this stuff from. From age 2 to 16 we've given out 1,955 packs. Adult wise we've given out 460 packs, and in total up until December last year we had given out 3,734 packs. Now when we costed them at a base rate cost, the cheapest places we could find them in Scotland, it was over £800,000 worth. So we've given out over £800,000 worth of goods to 3,734 individuals, and it hasn't cost us a penny.